Greetings, Mortal Kombat fans. Today we're delving into the mysterious backstory of a character whose history is full of twists and turns. The one and only Shujinko. His story is all about the pursuit of power, the price of obsession, and the path to redemption.
I was the fool who brought him this power. Only I can destroy this threat, born of deception.
We're going to explore his story from his humble beginnings as a young monk to his rise to prominence as a champion of the Elder Gods. We'll also talk about his role in the Mortal Kombat mythos and why he's such an important character, even though he's not as well known as some of the other fighters, so let's dive right in. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
I have been a fool. Blinded by the lure of adventure, I have endangered the realms and betrayed the Elder Gods. The blame is mine alone. What have I done?
Shujinko's origins, tracing the origin and background of a Mortal Kombat legend. Who is Shujinko? That's a question that many Mortal Kombat fans ask. He's one of the most obscure characters in the series, but he's also one of the most interesting. Born into a humble and peaceful realm known as the Earth Realm, Shujinko's early life was marked by being endlessly curious about other realms beyond his own. This curiosity led him down a path that would ultimately define his destiny. Shujinko's journey truly begins in Mortal Kombat Deception. In this game, he is portrayed as an older man reflecting on his life's adventures. He is approached by Damashi, who manipulates Shujinko into collecting powerful artifacts known as the Kamidogu, which are scattered across various realms. Along the way, he meets and fights many of the other Mortal Kombat characters, including Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, and Shao Kahn. As Shujinko's journey continues in Deception, players witness his struggle to retrieve the Kamidogu for Damashi, believing he is serving a noble cause. Basically, Damashi has somehow convinced Shujinko that he's serving the Elder Gods. Little does he know that his actions will have dire consequences that Damashi uses the Kamidogu to further their evil plans. In Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Shujinko's story reaches its peak. He realizes the grave mistake of helping the Deadly Alliance and sets out to make amends. This time, he embarks on a mission to gather powerful warriors for the Battle of Armageddon, a conflict that will decide the fate of all realms. While not a central character in Mortal Kombat 11, Shujinko's legacy continues to resonate within the Mortal Kombat universe. His past actions have had lasting repercussions on the overall storyline, and his story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of blind ambition and the importance of making informed decisions. After Onaga's defeat, Shujinko disappeared. His whereabouts are unknown, but some believe that he is still out there wandering the realms seeking to atone for his sins. Shujinko's adventures in alternate timelines. Shujinko's journey in the Mortal Kombat universe takes an interesting twist when he becomes a part of alternate timelines, particularly in the Mortal Kombat X comic series. This series delves into how different choices can lead to ripple effects across different realities, showcasing the complexity of the Mortal Kombat world. Shujinko's involvement in this particular alternate timeline showcases that even video games can have multiple universes, and they're not just limited to our everyday Marvel and DC stuff. In this alternate timeline, we are in ancient China, where Shujinko was a respected master at the Kang Temple. He had a solemn duty to safeguard the Kamidogu dagger from Chaos Realm, entrusted to him by Raiden, the Thunder God. Shujinko's unwavering dedication to this task had made him a legend in the world of martial arts. However, an unexpected turn of events occurred when Havik, a cleric from Chaos Realm, arrived at the temple. Havik's malevolent influence corrupted Shujinko and ensnared every monk within the temple's sacred walls. When Hanzo Hasashi and his apprentice Takeda came in search of the Kamidogu dagger for Raiden, they found Shujinko guarding it fiercely. Shujinko's trust in Raiden had waned, convinced by Havik's revelations. He even introduced Havik to Hanzo and Takeda, further muddling the situation. As tensions rose and Scorpion prepared to confront Havik, Shujinko interceded, deeming Havik a guest of faith. Scorpion accused Havik of being a Blood Demon's agent, but Shujinko insisted on concrete proof, allowing Havik and Hanzo to converse privately. In a different corner of the temple, Shujinko sought to reassure Takeda about their safety. He shared the untold story of Kenshi, Takeda's father, who left his son with Hanzo and journeyed to the Kang Temple, grappling with his own choices and pursuing his feud with Dagon. Dagon, the leader of the Red Dragon and Kenshi's arch-nemesis, claimed to be the son of Argus. Kenshi's relentless pursuit of vengeance had led him to abandon his own family, bringing Takeda to the Kang Temple. Shujinko suspected that Hanzo had concealed these painful truths to protect Takeda. Both Shujinko and Takeda acknowledged Hanzo's deep understanding of revenge. However, Shujinko harbored a sinister secret. He unveiled the Chaos Realm Kamidogu, revealing his wrist wounded by the blade, and attacked Takeda as Havik took control. Havoc insisted that Hanzo must be the first to fall. In a harrowing struggle, Shujinko held Takeda captive with a menacing Chaos Realm dagger, while Havoc threatened to corrupt him. Shujinko facilitated Havoc's ruthless defeat of Hanzo, who succumbed to the cleric's brutal assault. After mortally wounding Hanzo, Havoc signaled Shujinko to release Takeda, and Shujinko watched as Hanzo drew his last breath in Takeda's arms, forever altering the trajectory of Shujinko's own story. The Mortal Kombat X comic series also explores the ongoing battle between the forces of good and evil. Shujinko, despite his age, remains a powerful fighter and plays a crucial role in the fight against terrifying villains. His journey serves as a reminder that heroism knows no age and that experience can be a potent weapon in the end. His journal also tells us that a bit of MMA takes us a long way. His character is a link between the old and new, bridging the gap between classic Mortal Kombat storylines and the evolving narrative in Mortal Kombat X. In this alternate timeline, Shujinko's story demonstrates the enduring nature of the Mortal Kombat franchise. It showcases how characters like him can evolve and adapt to the changing landscape of the series while remaining true to their core identities. He is never once shown to be inherently evil, and the makers throughout stick to his good man identity. It is nice to see that his alternate stories offer fans a fresh perspective on a beloved character. Shujinko's role in the new Mortal Kombat 1 game. In the new Mortal Kombat 1 game, Shujinko returns as one of Kung Lao's new students in the Wu Shi Academy. He is a talented fighter with the ability to copy the fighting styles and abilities of his opponents. However, Shujinko's pride eventually consumes him. He becomes arrogant and believes that he is the strongest fighter in the realms. He also begins to question Kung Lao's teachings, and he eventually leaves the Wu Shi Academy. The male ego is truly astounding. Shujinko's travels take him to all of the realms where he learns new fighting styles and techniques. He also becomes increasingly powerful. However, Shujinko's power also corrupts him. He becomes obsessed with becoming the most powerful fighter in the realms, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. His actions eventually pose a threat to the realm. Liu Kang, the new fire god, realizes that he must be stopped. He uses his powers to erase Shujinko's memories and accumulated powers. He is then returned to the Wu Shi Academy, where he begins training again under the guidance of Kung Lao and Raiden. This time, Shujinko is determined to learn humility and to use his powers for good. So how is it different from the main timeline? Well, his story in the new Mortal Kombat 1 game is quite different from his story in the main timeline. In the latter, Shujinko is chosen by the Elder Gods to collect the Kamidogu. He is manipulated by Onaga, the Dragon King, and he eventually becomes a threat to the realms. In the new Mortal Kombat 1 game, Shujinko is a student at the Wu Shi Academy. He is corrupted by his own pride, and he becomes a threat to the realms because of his ambition. Another difference is that Shujinko's powers are different in the new game. In the main timeline, Shujinko is able to copy the fighting styles of his opponents. In the new game, Shujinko is able to copy the fighting styles and abilities of his opponents. This makes him an even more dangerous threat. Shujinko's character has always struggled to find his place in the world. Mostly, his journey emphasizes personal growth, learning humility, and using his unique abilities responsibly. Ultimately, he aligns himself with the forces of good to protect the realms in the Mortal Kombat universe. It will be interesting to see how Shujinko's story unfolds in the new game. Will he stick to using his powers for good, or will he be consumed by his pride and become a threat to all of existence again?
Shujinko wins.
The skills and abilities that make him a formidable fighter. Shujinko's name can be literally translated to protagonist in English, so it is only fair that this man has some kick-ass moves. Let's talk about some of his signatures. Spear throw. Drawing inspiration from Scorpion, Shujinko launches a rope with a sharpened kunai at its end, skewering his foes. He even borrows Scorpion's iconic catchphrases, "come here and get over here," while pulling his opponents closer, setting them up for a follow-up attack and inflicting some damage. If a hot MMA dude calls you "come here," you two are going to follow him. Be honest right now. Icy breeze. Taking a leaf out of Sub-Zero's book, Shujinko projects a frigid blast towards his adversaries, freezing them in place for a free hit. If used on an already frozen opponent, the blast rebounds, thawing them and freezing Shujinko in return, leaving him susceptible to counterattacks. Flip scissor kick. Supposedly learned from Bo Rai Cho and passed on to Li Mei, Shujinko executes a graceful somersault, flipping forward in a circular motion. His feet gracefully sail over his head, connecting with a potent kick to the opponent before landing on his feet. Flying Jinko. This move mirrors Raiden's torpedo technique, with Shujinko soaring towards his adversary while emitting minor shockwaves, propelling the opponent backward. Slide. Inspired by Sindel, Shujinko executes a sliding maneuver, approaching his adversary face first. Upon impact, he seizes their ankles, causing them to wobble, before springing up and delivering a powerful double-footed kick to the face, sending the opponent to the ground. Opponent slam. Borrowing from Ermac's telekinetic athletic prowess. Shujinko employs his limited telekinetic abilities to hoist and slam his opponent forcefully onto the ground with a simple hand and arm motion. On top of these, his fatalities are insane and we need to cover a few. Sword plant. In this gruesome fate, Shujinko swiftly beheads his foe with a sword slash, and as the victim drops to their knees, he brandishes his second sword, driving it into the opponent's shoulders before they collapse. Shaolin evisceration. Unsheaths his weapon with finesse, Shujinko systematically slices the opponent's limbs and head in rapid succession. A potent kick shatters the opponent's body, causing it to disintegrate. 5-point strike. Shujinko approaches the adversary, delivering 4 precise chest strikes with his fingertips before charging him for the final blow. The opponent then regurgitates blood and screams as their heart explodes, leaving a gaping hole in their chest. Harakiri. Arm slice. In a desperate final act, Shujinko throws both of his blades, extending his arms, and severs them upon landing. Overwhelmed by agony, he collapses to the ground in a pool of blood. Marvelous verdict. As we wrap up our exploration of Shujinko's incredible journey, it's clear that he's not your typical fighter. He's like a martial arts chameleon, borrowing moves from some of Mortal Kombat's biggest stars. From Scorpion's spear to Sub-Zero's icy powers, Shujinko's got it all. But it hasn't always been easy for our hero. He had his memory wiped and has a bit too much confidence at times, yet these challenges only made him better at what he does. So as we wrap up this tale of a warrior with a penchant for borrowing moves and a heart for adventure, remember that in the realm of Mortal Kombat, there's always something exciting around the corner. Keep your controllers charged and your combos sharp. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more Mortal Kombat content. And if you have any video suggestions, let us know in the comments below. We're always looking for new ideas. And that is a wrap. Bye for now.